Hey guys, my name is Kev and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that just happened yesterday. I have some thoughts, I have some feelings. If you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Blue Sky, you may have seen some of my rants. But I've had a little bit of time to sit and think about it, and I want to just, now that I've had 24 hours, I want to kind of process my thoughts. Number one, Nintendo are some of the absolute best developers in the industry. I'd argue they are the best, easily, in the industry, in my opinion. They've been around for obviously some of the longest, or one of the longest reigning developers, definitely the longest reigning console maker. And most of their games are usually really good and usually fairly unique. They don't try to do the same thing over and over again. These guys are artists, and their art is genius. Usually, it's the stuff outside of the art that's a problem with Nintendo, and that's what's going on here. The Switch 2, powerful handheld. It's a 1080p device. In the handheld mode, you can dock in and get up to 4K. You can get up to 120 hertz. Comes with DLSS 2.0, to my understanding. Maybe it's 3. I have to look, but I know it comes with DLSS upscaling, which is a really good upscaler. So you're already doing well. They fixed almost every criticism that people had of the original Switch. They made the Joy-Cons bigger. They added built-in party chat. The mic is even built in with noise canceling on the device itself. They actually have done a lot with this device to make it a lot more palatable for more people, and they made it more powerful. And there's a great lineup of games. It's backward compatible too. The problem comes in with how they're pricing everything. I actually made a tweet on Twitter saying that, hey, I'm excited for this. I wanted to get it day one because I really liked what I saw in the Direct. Now, in the Direct, the only thing pricing related they really talked about was you have to, if you want to take advantage of the backward compatibility, in terms of using the upgraded specifications, to make the games run better and take full advantage of the Switch 2's hardware. That was going to cost you some money. That's the only thing they really talked about. They didn't even give you the price for the upgrade cards. They just said you're going to have to buy an upgrade card. I don't like that, but it is what it is. That's a very Nintendo thing to do. I get it. But then after that, I went on Twitter and I said, hey, I'm excited for this. I'm going to day one it probably. And then everybody just kind of told me, hey, you should look at the pricing. Look at the pricing. Because I hadn't seen the prices for anything. The console is $450. For a handheld in the modern handheld market, that's a competitive price. It's expensive for a Nintendo console, but when you have all these PC handhelds that are starting right around $400 to $500, can go up in upwards of $900. Then the Switch 2 and at $450 is competitive. I won't fight that. I don't like it. I thought it should have capped it at $400, but again, I'll work with $450. But then the games are $90 a pop, or that's what it was reported. I'm hearing that was a typo, and everybody's saying that no, it should be the physical games are $80 and the digital games are $70, which to me is still a bit much per title. I don't like paying $70 per title, and I'll be real with you. As a PC main, I typically wait for games to get super cheap. I'm not paying $70 for games. I don't even pay $60 for games. I usually wait for games to get down to about $10 to $20 these days and then buy into them, which on PC happens pretty rapidly. I know on Nintendo, they don't do discounts, so you're paying the same price day one or, 5 years down the road. It doesn't matter. So that's where it started with that. Then the price of Joy-Cons. The price of Joy-Cons at $90 for a replacement set is insane. Switch Pro controller, $70. Whoa. And we don't even know how much the upgrade cards just to enhance the games, I'm assuming to 60 frames per second and maybe 1080p. We know that's going to come with a cost too, but we don't know how much. I'm assuming since the games were 60 on the Switch, they're probably going to say, hey, do the upgrade card, and you'll just basically pay the difference to get it as a Switch 2 title. That's what I'm assuming they're going to do, but it's Nintendo, so you never know. The games industry is going to crash, and it's behavior like this from Nintendo that is going to make it crash and really makes it bad for everyone, because they're charging you up the yin yang for everything. They're charging for a demo. They effectively made Nintendo's version of Astro's Playroom And they said, no, that's going to be a paid app on the Switch too. So not only are you charging for every little thing, things that most companies just do for free, you're also charging a high price tag for it. And I don't think this is going to go well for you. The trend online is saying they need to drop the price. It is too expensive, and I agree with them. I'm fine with the console price. The price of the console itself, leave that alone. My biggest beef in where most gamers spend the most money and don't think about this is in games. That is the biggest cost as a gamer. So if you were going to add, $30 extra effectively to, or $20 to $30 to your game prices, that is a lot. A lot of people are going to go digital just because it's cheaper. And I don't trust Nintendo with digital content. I really don't. We saw what happened a couple years ago when people couldn't get on to their Wii to download their older titles. And Nintendo let that just stay broken for months. And this just sounds like something Nintendo would do time and time again. So basically for me, right now, it seems like I'm just probably going to be waiting for Yuzu 2, Ryujinx Part 2, if you catch my drift. It is morally and ethically correct to do so for Nintendo games until they get things in line. Nintendo games play best on PC anyway, and PC plays more Nintendo games than the Switch as it is. But hey, they added GameCube support as well to the Switch, but they're going to drip feed that, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, I want to know what do you guys think about the Switch 2. I'm not happy with the pricing, though I do think the device itself is solid, and I do plan on picking one up if the prices ease up, I'll say. But as of right now, I'm not going to. I have my Steam Deck. I love my Steam Deck. In fact, I might get a ROG Ally, which I know costs more. Yes, the hardware for that costs more, but the actual games are a lot cheaper. So I'm okay with spending a little more on a piece of hardware that is mine, that I own, that I have more control over, than a walled garden device with everything that's just expensive. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll talk to you guys next time, and thanks for watching.